hey, what's up? I was speaking for 15 minutes there. I regret it, but anyway, whatever, it's fine. But I still want my audience on YouTube to stay engaged. However 2 or 3 of them they might be, I still want them to hear me anyway. Alrighty, so ish 1 minute. Nobody appreciates the work that I do, so I had to close the door because I heard a car landing outside. Landing is not quite the word. I'm arriving, but now it's all dark. Ugh. Hi, guys. South Africa, y'all need to get y'all's act together. I said basic. Why you be hating the gospel so much? Anyway, whatever. So this cheeky previous part, please go gauge your bearings. I was telling you guys about how it is one time this like Easter celebration event, Yase Grace, all right, Bible church, and she was sitting in the bleachers, right? Already I was arriving and she was already there and she was sitting, and then as I was walking in, she was like, Karabo. I looked back. I said her name is Kundi. Let's say her name is Kundi. Okay. She's like, Karabo. I look back and I'm like, oh, Kundi, hey. And I decided who doesn't love the things of Jesus, and I found out that it's Christian, and so it's like, whoa, now we have something. So I got super excited, and again she called me. She noticed me, she saw me walking in and then called me, and then I reacted with excitement. And as soon as I reacted with excitement, essentially trying to go to her to hug her, she then was like, whoa, don't get too excited. Yo, guys, like she didn't say words, but she became standoffish. She changed her entire constitution. First she calls me, I respond, and then when I go to her, she's like, whoa, you just had to say hi from a distance. I was like, ugh, whatever. Moving on. This colleague gauge that particular scenario. Go a real life scenario, that meeting in a stadium. That same event happened again in my dream, where that same colleague, she put witchcraft on me. Okay, she is one of those Sardians, a reputation for being alive even though she is dead. She's not saved. They practice Christianity alongside witchcraft and all different kinds of stuff. This girl from my work, okay, popped up in my dream. She saw me walking there in Alex and was like, Karabo, again, just like exactly go FNB Stadium those years ago. All right, and my reaction was again exactly the same as it was go FNB Stadium all those years ago. Looked around to see who was calling me. Upon seeing her, I was like, oh, got excited, walked up, tried her. It's like I'm too legit to quit. So she was weird like that. So I left her alone. Obviously did not want to have a strong of kept. She called me. She clearly made it clear after she called me that she just wanted a light-hearted greet back. So I just left her alone. But in leaving her alone, unlike the way that it happened at the stadium, that she continued to hover around me in the same way that I guess very standoffishly she did continue to hover around me, because she was surveilling my life. She was checking out my content on my platform, on my WordPress account, my poetry, all that jazz. Like, you know, when a person is cyber stalking you, you don't know that they're busy watching your activity online, but they are, because they low-key kind of obsessed with what you are and what you do. This chick was like that. So in this dream, how that was emulated, how that was shown, was that after the funny little rebuff that she gave me after trying to greet her, after that whole thing happened, she continued to hover around. She continued to hover around me, literally from like what I understood to be just this weird ominous, you can sort of feel distance, just looking at everything I'm doing, scanning the periphery. She was just here, like breathing down my neck, and I could not like swat her like a fly. I couldn't get rid of her. I was uncomfortable with hovering around, but nonetheless. And this girl was also hovering around the baking lady, the mama that was making baked goods. She was hovering around me, and she was also hovering around the mama. And this chick had also wanted the baked goods of the mama, but she had understanding in herself that mama is sold out. Mama is out. She could not eat those baked goods. She could not take them home. She knew that this mama was very popular for these baked goods that she was making, but in and of herself, albeit wanting some baked goods, understood something I didn't understand. And the thing that I didn't understand was that this woman was sold out. She knew the woman was sold out, but I didn't know that. So she knew that I was about to hit what I'm asking for, disappointment. She knew that I was going to encounter disappointment since I was hungry. I told you that I developed a hunger in the dream, and upon developing a hunger, wanted to purchase some of these baked goods en route to the taxi rank to go home. But the mama, but this cold tried, she rebuffed me. She then continued to hover around. us all that were busy purchasing these goods. There were people standing by the mama that were taking these baked goods and they were leaving. Okay, and the people that were standing at the stall of this mama were all wearing black, like black outfits, and they had been the ones to sell mama out. Thank you. These people wearing dark outfits were the ones that literally bought almost like in bulk all of mama, so that nobody else in the community can actually buy some baked goods, take them home and eat. They were drenched in black attire. Black from tip to toe were these guys, and they never faced me. They were always just facing the mama, basically buying all of her stock, right? This mama, however, I went up to her and I was like, hi mama, can I have batch? I said I would like to buy that I told you guys about. I was like, can I buy that? You know what the mama said? She, first of all, was Isula, her forehead, alright, on some displaying fatigue, tired. And then she was like, they've already been pre-ordered, and they belong to other people, and those people are gonna come and collect them. As soon as she said they are pre-ordered and sold out, I saw the people that she was speaking about, that she had sold them to, and they were huddled together in somewhat of a hunched up position, almost like they were doing a ritual. It was like a bunch of people, mixed races. There were white people, black people there, in this like what would be the tantamount of a coven, a cult, and they had sold mama out. They had bought all of her so that no one here in the community in Alex could buy them, right? So basically the clientele of mama were people that were all just cloaked in some kind of darkness, like lots and lots of darkness. All right, and then I was like, oh, like a newly baked batch, can you bake for me? But remember, the sun was already set. It was like 7ish p.m. It was already getting darkish now, and mama wanted to go home, and she said, I'm too tired. But when she's busy saying I'm too tired to bake you a new batch, she had dough in her hands and she was kneading it, so she was still baking a final batch, but even that batch was already sold out. And so sold out it was, that she couldn't even give me anything out of the batch that she was currently making. And she told me that, I'm sorry, I am too tired, I'm exhausted. She was tired, she was weary. She was like, I am too tired, I'm too exhausted to make a new batch for you. This is my final batch for the day. Now remember, I don't live in Alex. I live somewhere else. I live here. In my dream I had comprehension that where I stay is here in Reprobate. Okay, so I knew that I will never ever, because why would I come back to Alex just to buy her baked goods? Why would I come back to Alex? So therefore, if I could not purchase these goods from mama today, if I could not take those baked goods from mama today, I would never ever be able to ever taste her baked goods ever. I was going home to where it is that I lived. Okay, very well. Then the dream progressed. At that stage I was like, I get famished, I'm starving, but I can't have mama's baked goods that are fluffy and delicious because they are all sold out. They are all sold out. And guess what? This cheeky is still hovering around, watching between mama and I ultimately then I realized an ex-Alex, in which case I leave this girl in Alex, she stays in Alex, whatever, right? Now I've hopped over the proverbial border and I'm at Barra, and I'm thinking, well, how am I gonna get home? How am I gonna get home? Now the thoughts that were coming in my mind was, how did I used to get home from, how would I travel from Barra Soweto in the natural space? Like last time I took public transport, how would I have got Barra Rodipot? Let's go into the next part to explain that.